I'm going to check out a trailer real quick before I call it quits for the evening. Actually, the early morning before I call it quits for the early morning. I've got work to do. I'm going to go upstairs and do some editing after this. So it'll be a little while before I'm actually in bed. But anyway, this is a documentary about the 1980s movie, The Monster Squad. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I really enjoyed this movie. And it gives me all these little warm fuzzies. I love it. It's an 80s movie. It's a horror type movie, but not really that scary. Just a fun ride. My only complaint about the film is that it's too short. I wish it was longer. It's less than an hour and a half long. Anyway, I've always liked it. There has been a documentary that has been in the works for years because this trailer is dated 2018. And so obviously they were working on it a bit before then. And it's only just now getting released to the general public. It's going to be available on October 27th, various digital media outlets and DVD, Blu-ray, that sort of thing. So I've never seen the trailer. I'm curious to watch it now that we're getting close to the release date, and it's October, so horror related stuff. So go ahead and check it out.
It's just something that I've always known. I can always go back to it. It's helped me through some really hard times.
That emotional comfort of coming home.
That safe net when I didn't feel safe.
It takes me back to my childhood every single time.
It's like hearing that great rock song when you get your first kiss or something. You always are going to remember it.
How many of you had never seen Monster Squad before tonight? You're welcome.
All right.
The seed for the movie was, I want to do the Little Rascals Meet the Universal Monsters.
Scaring the hell out of kids seemed like a great idea, and then the laughs played against that.
It was a crazy time. Everything happened very fast.
This is probably the biggest thing I'm ever going to do.
I didn't know that this would be such a formative beginning.
When Dracula lifted her up,
He hissed at me.
I didn't have a lot of work to do because she was actually terrified.
On an opening night, we went to all the theaters that it was playing in.
I will not forget that.
It was a huge hit. And by it, I mean the Lost Boys.
There was 7 or 8 people in the theater.
And then it disappeared.
Yeah.
I never got the sense that this movie was finding a new audience or that its original audience were enjoying it again.
I did not see it in the theater.
The first time I ever saw Monster Squad.
I was at a sleepover party with a friend of mine. It was on HBO.
Every time we go to the video store, that's what I'd rent.
I even had a bootleg DVD. The word got out.
Yeah.
Everything we had seen up till then had all been kid stuff, and this was the first taste of something dangerous.
These kids are real kids.
We were a part of the squad.
We went to school with them, and we are them.
this movie resonates.
They put up the ticket saying Monster Squad Reunion.
It sold out real fast.
No.
Wait, you know this movie?
I did try to start my own Monster Squad.
We never actually performed any jobs.
You find lifelong friends because you have this one weird thing in common that nobody else knows about.
This is a zine I did. It's called I Had Rudy.
Wow.
What a really pleasant surprise that this seed that we planted grew
That would
into
have been
something.
cool to go to.
It's like shooting a basket in 1987 and then it doesn't go in until 20 years later.
That's great. Aw. Aw. Now see, this is a trailer that was on the longish side, but it was so much fun that it didn't feel like it was long because the way they led you along, setting up how this documentary is going to go. Now, I do remember that reading that when it first came out, it bombed. It didn't do well in the theaters. But when I'm watching this, I forgot about that. And they're talking about the theater, and I'm like, oh, okay, all right. So, but then they mentioned, the Lost Boys, because the Lost Boys was a huge hit in 1987. I guess they were released on around the same time. But anyway, so I was reminded of that whenever they showed that little part. And through the years, it has gained a cult following. A lot of people like it. It's so much fun. I wish they could go and find any maybe cut in any scenes that were cut and put it in and make a longer version of it. But I'm looking forward to watching this. I did not know they did that the thing where they had the screening. That would have been a lot of fun. I would have totally tried to go to something like that if I could. But okay, well, I like this. I'm looking forward to checking out the documentary whenever I can get my hands on it. This will be something that I definitely will be kind of high-ish up on my to watch list. It's a documentary, not something that I typically watch, but there are some select ones that I am really interested to see, and this is one of them. So, okay, well, that's fun. I'm glad I took the time to watch it before calling it quits, but now I am calling it quits. Adios.